your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell at before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good thing to say, I dabbled in stand-up for something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mayr in the Morning. That's right. We started. It's 10:05. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm going to try to keep this up. Worked out this morning. I'm just crushing it. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Happy Thursday. It's January 19th. Yay! Hi, everyone. Hi, Welsh, George, Rick, Metastep, Gartherin. What's up from Indiana? Gartherin, you have some splaining to do. I don't even know you, but I'm going to ask you to have to explain the Indiana University College Jeopardy guy. I should play that clip. That was so funny. What's up, Field T? What's up, Marians? Marians? I still don't know how to pronounce it. Hi. Did stand up last night at the Grizzly Pear Midtown. They've got 2 locations. The Midtown is the newer location. Did the 8 and 10 o'clock shows, and whew, I definitely felt rusty on the first show. There was definite rust to scrape off because I looked back and I was like, when was the last time I got on stage? Oh, like when was the last time I did stand up? And it was 3 weeks ago, which is too long. That's kind of unacceptable. You're almost not a comedian anymore if you go 3 weeks without getting on stage. So on one hand, I felt rusty, but on the other hand, it's like, okay, girl, some time has passed. I'm really trying to get a good short set, and it's so challenging for me to not rely on crowd work because I love it so much. I love talking to people, and I sometimes feel like there's funnier stuff going on with people in the crowd than like you sometimes do get like a little bored of your jokes, and I feel like what's going on with the people is like fresh and new. There was a couple in the crowd from Dallas, and I was like, come to my Hyenas show. But who knows? Hopefully I did well enough that they want to come see me live. I got dates, guys. I got dates coming up. No, everything's gonna be great. It's just like growing pains when you're working on new jokes. Guys, DabbleCon is coming up. It's in 2 weeks. Literally in 2 weeks from now, I will be making my way to Rochester, New York for DabbleCon. Come see myself, Anthony Cumia, Bob Levy, Carl Hamburger, Shuli Egar, and the rest of the Dabbleverse. There will be a stand-up show at Comedy at the Carlson on that Friday, February 3rd, also known as Comedians of the Dabbleverse. Then Saturday, February 4th, we'll be back at the Comedy at the Carlson for live podcast tapings, a meet and greet, and the Dabby Awards. All these events will be held at Comedy at the Carlson. Yes. It's going to be cold, but I'm going to pack my long underwear. Then at the end of February, I'll be heading to California. Just added this show in Pasadena, Thursday, February 23rd. At the Fair Oaks Avenue. I think this is an Elks Lodge. I'm not ashamed of it. Bring on the old men. I love them. Those are my people. Then I'm in San Diego, Friday, February 24th, and Saturday, February 25th at the Mic Drop Comedy Club. One show Friday, one show Saturday. All these California shows are with Lila Hart, by the way. The lovely, gorgeous, talented, the feisty, the portable Lila Hart. So we're going to be palling around. If you have any California suggestions, do let me know. And possibly working on a little bit of LA action. Then I'm going to Anime Matsuri in August. That convention will be the 10th through the 13th of August. Simcast is definitely doing a panel. Simcast will have a booth too, I believe. And then I'm headlining in Houston that same weekend. So if you're going to Anime Matsuri, come to this comedy show Friday, August 11th at the Secret Group. Also, in between here, I will be in Dallas. I'll be back in Dallas in May, first weekend of May. I think that's the 5th and 6th. So come celebrate Cinco de Mayo with me in Dallas at Hyenas. Tickets should be on sale for that by now. I'm gonna have to check on that. You know what I forgot to shout out? I've forgotten to shout out in a long time is my hot sauce. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com or Levinsky's Top Shelf.com. It'll all come up. By the way, Alex Stein has a hot sauce with these guys. Lot of comedians, Joe Matarese. Look, it's Nightmare. How fun in a different new bottle. I like it. It's very slender and chic. Or you could do, wow, a dynamite duo. I mean, me and Alex together for $15. It's a pretty sweet deal. I'm loving it. We got the Stancil sauce. Yeah, they're mixing it up. I kind of like this smaller bottle, betel. Because it fits in the fridge. You can fit more of them in. Nice. There's a Misery Loves Company sauce. All of them are really good. Mine is great. Mine is the best one. So go to Silk City Hot Sauce. Check out the Nightmare hot sauce. Nice. It's so good. See, Fealty can attest to how delicious it is. Lila's been called many things. I don't know if portable is one of them. It is a compliment, I think. I think so. I love how Gavin considers Rochester people as Canadians. Basically cold weather folk. All up in there. What's up, Cesario? Thank you for the super chat. Frosk leaving the video game industry. What? Hey, Frosk. No pickles and no ice. Chop, chop. Where is Frosk going to go? What is she going to do? Let's get into it. Frosk, aka Froskurin. Your favorite and mine, our favorite blonde gamer. At least her talent agency hasn't dropped her. She's still with UTA. Good for her. Still a she/her, going strong, still on Twitch. But Frosk tweeted this out yesterday to everyone's not shock. I've been angry for a long time with my peers for not using their power and voice to stand up for others in the industry. Had to come to some hard terms. Yeah, hard terms. That people who I'd known for years, who I thought were good friends, just weren't. Devastated me for a long time. So she's already equating here. Like she's already, without reading further, I can already see that she is taking personally that other people did not stand up for her or have her back. And she's also equating one's public position with a private relationship. So friendship, good relationship equals you come out for me publicly and have my back, which is a little manipulative, I think. I have so many people who privately think I'm a great person, think I'm a swell guy, but publicly would never work with me, would never be seen collaborating. Just they know what it would do to their reputation. And sometimes that's just the facts of life, brah. So after she said, anyway, I'm leaving the anyway. Just gotta get that out of the way that you guys fucking suck. Anyway, I'm leaving the industry, found new work elsewhere. This industry is really messed up, and what happened to me and plenty of others wasn't fair. It wasn't fair, guys. And it could have been avoided if we had all stood up together. You let me down, but I get why. Cheers and good luck. How passive aggressive can you get? So G4 would not have tanked. All those people wouldn't have lost their jobs in that first round of firings. Then she wouldn't have said that I survived and then subsequently lost her job because of bragging about initially keeping her job that she then eventually lost. But none of this had anything to do with her. This had everything to do with the lack of support. This is everybody else not standing up for her, not having her back. That's the reason G4 tanked, not her crazy, unhinged sexism in gaming rant. And I'm sure everything she was doing up until the rant. Cheers and good luck. Oof. Oh, she's talking about a show here. Oh my goodness. What are people saying? How are people reacting to this? Oh, of course. My goodness. As like clockwork, here is Gary. I know he's always going to be first in the comments with the with the Frosk bitten. You know, just when you think you're sick of seeing it,
That isn't stopping you. I fuck you
like you're retarded.
because
I think you're all retarded. Thanks, Gary. Always there with a hey, you know what? We're gonna ride this train as long as it goes. I thought this train had pulled into the station, but when you least suspect it, Frosk says or does something, and then the train pulls out of the station and does another lap. Woo! Okay, Nunya says the only remaining or employee. Oh, it's filing cabinet. Fuck, this is another FNT joke. She's probably like, what the fuck is this? I got mine right here. I got my filing cabinet. God, somebody, I think it was Marshall, gave this to Frank for a Christmas present. And of course, here it is on my set. You know what? This would be a great place to keep drugs. I could keep pills in the section marked I through P. There's little file like dividers in here. This thing is great though. Shout out to filing cabinet, the only remaining G4 employee. Doggo Greg says maybe if you weren't such an insufferable person, you wouldn't have that issue. Oof. Uh-oh, DJ Cobra, what's this?
Shut up, silly woman.
Oh, Jeremy. Eric John Art, Frosk was not put there to be easy on the eyes for you. It's like people have forgotten. I've never heard somebody being this unlikable while her only job was to talk about games. Yeah, I think I personally have had like what 12, 15 years of working in corporate America, horrible day job after horrible day job, and then a decent day job, and then a horrible day job. That's why I am so absolutely grateful to be doing comedy and podcasting full time because I have been there and I know, who knows, I could be back there. We don't know what the future holds. I'm grateful for every day I get to do this. So to me, Frost did not come off like someone who was grateful to be not behind a desk or, not to be working, slogging away in an Amazon warehouse. She did not seem to be like fucking thrilled to jump out of bed every day to talk about gaming. But who knows? Maybe she is similar to Adam Sessler in that she was never really into it to begin with. She's no Mo from Guts, that's for sure. Simply Gabby, you've been somebody I've looked up to during my own journey in esports. I hope that everything goes well in the future and you find peace and fulfillment in the next. Okay, this is a fan. This is a supporter. This is a Frosk. This is a Froskette. What are you, child? Even people are shitting on those that are supporting her. You lost me when you said friends. How are we supposed to believe you have friends? Bye, Frosk. It's just too bad you waited this long to leave. Your thin skin attitude won't be missed. Time to revive G4. Fuck gamers. Fuck the G4 audience. You're all losers. Stick in the old stick in the bike meme. It's a solid one. I'm the victim. Nobody deserves to be deserted and not supported, especially in an industry that takes so much toll on your mental. Does it? You're a TV personality. Maybe she wasn't cut out for it. No business deserves an employee that tells people to literally not buy the product or watch the show like she did. She got everything she deserved. Yeah, I think Frosk is really confusing activism with like being the face of a company and kind of like being a team player. It just seems like, and I'm not saying you can't have an activist point of view with any job that you have, like company pays you, therefore you can't stand up for anything. But this just didn't seem like that kind of job because sexism was just such a left turn from what she was hired to discuss. It just didn't seem like an activist role. It seems like the perfect person for this role would be like the women they had before her. Genuinely, like fucking Melanie Mack. God, why did they get Melanie Mack in this role? I can name like just 5 of my own friends off the bat that would have been better at this. Fucking Ashton, Birdie would have been better at this than Frosk. Melanie Mack, Zia Anderson. Who else is Carmaxla? Who else plays games? Would have all been better. I mean, I'm not even a professional hiring person. And nor am I a professional nerd or TV person, but I can tell you, yeah, hire somebody fun with a sense of humor who's good looking. Doesn't have to be a fucking 11, but like girl next door to cute. Did I say not take themselves too seriously? Enjoys their life and their job and who they work with, like smiling. Does that make me sexist? I don't know. I like to watch somebody who's enjoying what they're doing. You single-handedly oh, shit, I had to mention. Someone mentioned me. You single-handedly took down an entire channel and then kept doubling down. You should do an interview with Chrissie Mayr. Oh, I'll have to like it, I think. Whoop. You should do an interview with Chrissie Mayr. Might humanize you. Oh, good. People out here in the comments telling her she needs to be humanized. You're not human. G4 TV. I would humanize her too, by the way. G4 TV was built on bro humor and sexy shenanigans. Anyone would have been mocked for saying what you said. At least you're not Adam. Woof. That is something I was not expecting. For Adam Sessler to come out looking worse in this than Frosk. Perhaps they were good friends and you just weren't willing to listen to their criticisms because you couldn't admit that you were wrong. Real friends tell you when you're fucking up. Fake friends don't. They never supported you. They just went along out of fear of your woke fascism. 90% of people are in this group. The other 9% are actively engaged against you because you're the worst. You destroy everything you touch. You just learned that your echo chamber is actually quite small. Creepy picture of Adam Sessler. Oh, the old I survived. Oh, this is going to haunt her, I think, for perhaps the rest of her life. Like, she's not going to be able to look at lizards the same way again. Ugh. Well, a lesson was learned. You've been devastating people for years, says the lovely Sherry. It fucking sucks to see a woman leave the industry, but at a certain point, you just can't set yourself on fire for a cause that's killing you inside. How is that a solution? I'm so passionate about something, I'm going to set myself on fire. Maybe that would have helped, actually. Would have been like, oh, what's that? Smells like burnt hair and patchouli. The amount of bullshit you've had to deal with when there's dudes who have made a successful career doing the exact same thing. Oh my God. Feminists are so fucking stupid. I'm so sorry to say this. Like, you guys make yourselves look so bad. Every day I go onto the internet praying to find a good example of a feminist, a smart one, a level-headed one, but this person is retarded. Yes, dudes have been making a successful career out of this because they've been on this channel not bringing up politics, not bringing up activism topics, not bringing up sexism, not just not distracting from the topic at hand, which is what why they were tuning in. What bullshit has she had to deal with? She's gotten more chances, more legs up than your average dude probably gunning for the same job. She was a diversity hire. They hired her because she's a funky looking les, and like they literally hired you and you weren't hot when they hired you. So where is the pressure? Like, they knew what they were buying with you. So why did you have to feel pressure to be like fuckable and hot? Like, why were you talking about that? Clearly they know you're not fuckable and they still hired you anyway, Frosk. Holy fuck. Like, you didn't have to even put up with trying to look hot every day. If you tell people not to watch and they don't, that's on you. No one else. Who are these people that Frosk is an inspiration to? she, her, bisexual, who makes ASMR. Okay. Who are these people like? I want to find these people supporting Frosk. I told you from day one, Zipper wasn't a true I told you from day one, Zipper wasn't a true friend, but filing cabinet on the other hand, people are like, she's probably like, Zipper, I know, but who the fuck is filing cabinet? You guys are like snipers in the comments here. You didn't even mention tape dispenser. Fuck, this makes me so happy to see. Oh no, people didn't agree with me on everything. So basically no one will hire you now. It's everyone's fault except my own. I'm seeing mostly negative comments here. I saw 2 supportive comments for Frosk. Sad to see you go. Good luck. Okay. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace. Every career has ups and downs. What I loved most about we got a supporter. What I loved most about following you in esports was that you weren't afraid to be upfront and voice your concerns. I may not have always agreed, but I respected you greatly for not sidling idly by as many do in this industry. And again, this person doesn't think, oh, she's got a decent following. She's an esports person. You know what I think Frost should do is get with Jess the Goat here and make an esports gaming channel for women. Do that. Why not do that? And see how that goes. I'm honestly saying, like, it seems like what you want does not exist. And what was it? Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world. If Frost can start an esports or gaming channel, even if it's just on YouTube, just for women and feminists and cunts, and that picks up and gets a huge following, and like all the Jess Goats in the world are like heralding it and so stoked, and it's doing great. Like, please do that, because apparently what you want can't be found in the mainstream gaming. I don't know. Was G4 even considered a mainstream gaming channel? And right, it kind of buckled under the competition from YouTube anyway. Make a feminist gaming channel, Frosk. Like, I would love, you would never probably do my channel or interview, let me interview you, but like, create that thing and then I'll help you promote it. But just bitching without creating something new gets tiresome. It gets old real quick. It could be called Les Play. Thank you, guys. So we already have a think tank going. This is what we do on Mayor in the Morning. We create solutions. Les Play, yeah. Or Dyke 4. Yeah. Let's keep coming up with ideas. And like, what else would be? You gotta hire Zipper. Right off the bat. Zipper Play. Sponsored by Subaru. Matthew Hammond, can you help Gary Quarterback Garrett and Az with an Adam Sessler with a skit when he went on that podcast and said he was not a gamer? We need this to happen. What do you mean, Matthew Hammond? I think you've mentioned something similar to this before. Because you know what? I'm gonna perhaps Frosk might be appearing on Friday Night Tights tomorrow. I'm not gonna say in what capacity or for what reason, but she might be making a return. So I think I have to I can't write a script for that and an Adam Sessler bit. But yes, this is all pointing towards you want Gary to shave his head and do an Adam Sessler impression. Could be funny. Could be funny. Wow. Yeah. Just one look at. I have a lovely day stuck in my head, which is one of our karaoke songs over the weekend. Wait, why don't we just develop a gamer channel? Zia, Melanie, Fenty, etc., and you host the convo. The channel, like host a channel, like shoot at what, a compound? Well, shoot. Half of the people are in Texas and half are here. Is this something we could do through StreamYard? Could we do it in studio at Compound and then like zoom in the Texas people? Maybe. Yes, strap on gaming is a great idea. Japanese Hercules. Munchbox. Wom in gaming. Okay. Scissors, of course. We forgot about scissors. Bitching about something you only plan to self-victimize about is never in vogue. She probably wants to be like Sarkeesian now and just try to silence motherfuckers. Why can't Frosk start a feminist gaming channel? Yes, Woman Box with an X. Lesbian gaming. This is gold. We're giving you gold for free, Frosk. And that's the thing. Oh my God. Here's why she won't do that, because it would fail so miserably. And then she'd be like, fuck, nobody was into what I was into the whole time. No one's eating what I'm dishing out. And that truly would be like a horrible realization. There are Frosk fans. I would say there's a couple dozen, probably genuine Frosk fans. Poor Frosk. But what will she do now? Where can Frosk work if she doesn't work in gaming? She has to work somewhere where she's not going to be subject to a lot of viewer feedback, like, or criticism. So where does that leave you? I mean, that takes you out of YouTube. Maybe she could work for like mainstream news. Maybe she could be like a reporter. I'm just thinking, like, what jobs are you shielded from actual criticism? Or you don't really have to be an expert. I would say, maybe like could you see her doing the weather? Could you see her doing the local news? I could see her. Maybe she could move out to Alaska and do weather, like Frosk. Here's Frosk with the weather. Frosk, what's going on out there? Oh, it's frosty cold. Tell him, Frosk. I forgot how to do her voice. My God, it's been so long. Yo, what's up? Sexism and weather. That's quite enough. Back to you in the studio. Ooh, frosty poo. Oh, sexism and weather. CNN Plus, I think they're done. Naked news. Okay, no. I don't want to see that. Wouldn't that be hilarious? She resorts to naked news when it's like, all you had to do was be like kind of fun on G4. Oh, well. Burr, it's Frosky today. Back to you. Frosted flakes. Mm-hmm. Dang, I'm not fully up to speed on the Steven Crowder thing. I'm very behind on it. I just started looking into it this morning. I know that he put out that video basically being like, oh, like big con, being like big conservative media is in bed with big tech. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I was like, is he talking about the Blaze? Because I know he just left them. And I was under the impression that like his beef with the Blaze was that he had no idea how many subscribers that his show had, Louder with Crowder. Maybe he couldn't get the emails, or he just had no idea what his subs were, what he was pulling in. And then I was watching someone's breakdown of, I guess Jeremy is the head honcho at the Daily Wire. I guess he put out a video explaining, so I guess it was the Daily Wire that he was talking about. So I guess Daily Wire tried to get Crowder on when he left Blaze and sent him a contract, like, I guess months ago, like what, October, November. And I think the contract had something to do with, first of all, they couldn't pay him what he wanted to get paid. I think Crowder wanted to be making like $30 million a year, something outrageous, like $30 or $50 million a year. And Jeremy was explaining that like that's just too much money for them. It's too much of a risk. And I guess he was claiming that he would bring in 350K subs day one with no marketing or no ad spending. And then Jeremy was saying, well, we invest millions of dollars into promoting our talent and advertising. I guess they spend millions of dollars advertising on Facebook. So apparently his deal was something to the effect of anytime he got censored or banned or any kind of strike or a slap on the wrist on, say, Facebook or like a mainstream platform, that would factor into his money, or he'd be not fined, but it would factor into how much money he made. So the degree to which he was, I think, banned or censored on a regular mainstream platform equals how much he gets paid, because if he's censored on a mainstream platform, that's less eyeballs on him, that's less the Daily Wire has you know what I mean? Like that's less eyeballs for Daily Wire if Crowder's censored. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is only like my very initial assessment of what's going on. So, I mean, Jeremy seemed very gracious in explaining the deal that they had proposed, and he seemed the most upset that Crowder went and publicly like kind of blasted them. I mean, without naming names, did a public blasting instead of like calling him and working it out. So I think that's the part that Crowder was talking about when he was like, "Oh, they're in bed with big tech," like the censorship piece of his contract, and how that relates to how much money he gets. It seems complicated. And then I was watching a quartering video where he was like, "Oh, if people aren't, you know, people aren't supporting him like they should, who knows where people's loyalties lie." Ah. You think Daily Wire is in bed with Facebook and YouTube? I mean, they seem to advertise a shit ton on there. What's up, Craig? He was offered 50 million straight up, with about 15 to 20 million in additional opportunities over 4 years. Nothing insulting at all about the offer, even for a star much bigger than him. He's being a priss. He was offered the 50 million then? Okay, so what more did he want? That seems like a lot. 50 million for everything that he owns and his likeness. I mean, for 50 million, I mean, would you guys take 50 million? I'd be like, "You fucking do whatever you want. Put it in my butt for 50 million." I don't know. 50 million's a lot. You think they lowballed him, Viking? Wow. Quit. Sell everything you've worked on for the last 20 years so that they can make billions, while he gets paid 50 million in a contract, perform or else. I mean, maybe I'm just small potatoes, but that seems like a lot of money to me, like a fucking more than I would ever need in a lifetime. Oh, and Benjamin is not someone you trust for honest views. No offense. I love Big Bear, but he's a little sus these days. All right. How did he come up? Did he have a take on it? Crowder wasn't talking about the money, only the corporate shit. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. Okay. So it was just about their sort of connection or relationship with Facebook. Daily Wire would own all of Crowder's merch as well. So they wanted to be the sole supplier of his merch. I mean, what's wrong with yeah. You can't sell any of your own merch on the side. Of course, he was upset about airing of the dirty laundry. Yep. Okay. I'm glad you guys are following it because I'm missing details. People didn't watch Crowder's video. No, I haven't. That is what I'm doing today. It wasn't just about his offers. It was speaking about how these contracts take advantage of smaller creators too. But what, like, by what? Like just completely owning them? He made it out to seem nefarious. If someone doesn't mention money, it was about the money. Wowie. It was not just 50 million straight up. Out of that, he has to pay his team, and did not acknowledge the number of subs that Crowder would bring in. Well, yeah, I feel like it's just easier to pay him and then he pays his people. I wish I cared. People are dramatically overestimating the profit margin that something like The Blaze or the Daily Wire operates under. They don't have billions. They have an annual budget of a few $100 million. That is what Jeremy was saying, that it was too much of a financial risk. I guess to give him that much. Interesting. I mean, I think I still subscribe to Blaze. I subscribe to Daily Wire. I think I'm subscribed to Mug Club. No, you guys think it's not about the money. The most onerous part of the contract is the massive 50% pay cut if he gets a YouTube strike. Ooh, right. This is the piece. Because if you're censored, then you don't have as much reach. Then they would justify not paying you as much. That does seem kind of harsh because the people who are going to sub for Crowder don't care if he gets a strike. Wow. People think 50 million is a shitload of money in this industry. It is a lot. Do you know how much infrastructure costs for 1 year? No. This is my infrastructure, Mr. Goodnight. Couple of foam pads. 50 million for 4 years, which isn't 30 million a year, Chrissy. I'm not saying that. What does that come out to? 10 and change a year? I don't know. Do I look Asian to you? I'm not here to do math. 15 million and they control everything. I'll ride a unicycle for I'll ride a unicycle for $15. 50 million, but many ways to have millions docked from you. So it's like you have to pay them. He would have to pay them for a strike or something. Oh, okay. Barnes discussed it. Okay. We will all listen to Robert Barnes' local stream so he can explain. Ricada went over the DW video and went over the numbers. They lowballed him by a lot. Interesting. It is very tricky to know. These networks, it's like YouTube was the first time I ever even had a clue of what I was bringing in terms of viewers. Like at Compound Media, I have no idea how many people watch Wet Spot. No fucking clue. I just get like positive reinforcement from the people who work there. I'm like, okay, it would still be nice to know like what my ups and downs look like, what episodes people are liking more than others. What should I do more of? What should I do less of? Like we get no information. So I guess all networks are like that. Inherent bias. Crowder gets banned and struck all the time. To penalize him financially for such is essentially being complicit in big tech censorship. I agree. I agree with that. You'd let someone put it in the back door for a lot less than 50 million. Drew, you know me so well. The old back door. I wouldn't take 50 million when it's sell than I'm making now. Crowder is worth more than 50 million. He had 500K viewers at the last election. Damn, that is a lot. It was a low ball old school contract. Insulted him. It's not the money, it's the strings. I could feed a lot of ducks with 50 million. 50 million for 4 years. So let's do that math. Let's get out my trusty calculator. That's right. I'm all making you guys sit here and watch me do very easy math. 50 million divided by 4 is 12,500,000 a year. That's right. He wouldn't own anything new created under Daily Wire. Of the 50, he has to cover all his costs, so it's not as much as it may seem. Right, I guess because the bigger you get, the more your expenses are. What's up, Porch? I get that there's always a back and forth in a negotiation, but Crowder's actions seem like they are going to hurt him in the long run with the Daily Wire. If he doesn't sign with them, other suitors may be scared off. I can see that because Jeremy at the Daily Wire in his video, he was like, he seemed quite gracious. He was like, hey, everybody sub to Mug Club, support him. He's one of the greatest minds and fighters in this fight, like people in this cause. support him, all that. They still support him. They still think he's great. He sounds like he was still calling him a friend. I don't know if that just was the tactic he was using, the whole like, as a friend, this hurt. But it does, yeah. It does seem like, oh, like if Crowder doesn't like your contract, he's just going to tell everybody kind of publicly. He wouldn't have got the 5 million though, 50 million though. They set him up because they know Crowder would get in trouble with YouTube and Facebook. Do you think it was a test to see if he would self-censor? Crowder's big problem was that he would get fined hundreds of thousands of dollars for YouTube strikes and pissing off the advertisers. Crowder wants to fight that machine head on. Daily Wire wants to work with it. Okay, that's a pretty apt description. What would you do for 1 million? Wouldn't you like to know? I would ride a unicycle while someone put it in my back door. I don't know. Tim Pool had a good analysis. There's nothing in it for Crowder if he has to worry about censorship. True. Crowder is pretty great, and he can make a lot of money by himself. Right? From Rumble. He can do what he can on YouTube. I guess he just liked the platform of having like the free speech network of Blaze or even Daily Wire. But since they want to use, I mean, YouTube it's such a huge audience on YouTube. It's hard to ignore. I guess he's doing so well. He was in a position to turn things down. JR with a hot take. I think he's stirring up controversy so he can go independent with more attention. Shyster contract. I still support Daily Wire over Disney. Oh, God, of course. Crowder is on his own. If he claims he's on Joe Rogan's level, he needs to stop complaining and prove it. Yes. I would like to see that. Maybe Spotify could... So it's like, does he need his own platform to do this? Can he just do what he can using the channels we all have available to us now? I mean, he's definitely going to be able to like make a living. He's not going to go hungry just on like Rumble and YouTube or like a place like Rockfin. Craig, morning. Y'all are getting it wrong. The likeness and content he built for 20 years would only be leased for the 4 years. Daily Wire wouldn't own it forever. Well, yeah, that'd be crazy. Ricada says Crowder makes more on his own at the moment. What? Wow. Dang. Daily Wire would own his name, all his websites, his merch, all his shows, all his comedy, and the man would have nothing except for $50 million. Wow. It was $12 million a year, minus taxes, minus paying his team, minus production costs, and they would own all Mug Club subs and merch sales, plus all the penalties. Oh, gosh. Joshua, thanks for the super chat. 50 million is a cut for Crowder. IMO. Crowder wants someone to keep him safe, while the Daily Wire knows that Crowder is right on the edge of being a liability for them due to strikes. By the way, best hair on YouTube. Yes, that's all I wanted. That's all I want. I washed it yesterday. That's why it looks like this. It's unbrushed, but still looks okay. I've been using this spray that my hair gal recommended. It's been pretty good. Usually I'll do like maybe a mousse if I want to do a curly, or a serum. Usually I'll do a serum. But the spray, like, it smells good and it helps it to be curly. This is like an air dry situation. I'm often just too lazy to blow it out, but that's when it looks like really, really good. Because that shit takes like an hour. Oh, whoever wrote the G4 TV comeback business plan must have been from the Idiocracy film. Did they not think about YouTube and how the market has changed? Yeah, it did seem a little bit like it was 20 years behind, right? Daily Wire is slimy. Daily Wire needs Crowder more than Crowder needs Daily Wire. It really has such potential. It's been really growing. I want him to go on Compound or Censored. Oh my God, there's no way in hell Compound or Censored, or both of them combined, could afford to pay him. It's funny. Okay. Everyone go watch Robert Barnes' breakdown and Mercade's breakdown. That's everyone's homework. Look what YouTube is doing to content creators now. A grab back clause in the contract to where if you get a strike, they take all your money. What? What? Is this new? Is there something I need to read? Oh boy. Sorry. Sorry for yawning. It's me, not you. My issue for D is with the DW capitulating to the woke crowd by not standing up for people who speak out. It's like they want to do that, but they also want to be on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook is still where a lot of the old people are, where a lot of the 35 and up crowd is. And YouTube is like where everybody is. Yeah, this is where I'm at. I have this. I'm with you, Highlander. Man, must be nice to have money. Yeah, we're having fun. $12 million. $12 million. Oh, good. My videos from the gym are here. Look at me working out. Do I want to post it or do I look fat? I'm going to post it. Today was arm upper body day at the gym. Oops. It's like you do these like pushy uppy things. It was hard though. The worst thing about working out in the morning is, yeah, look, I'm getting so jacked. Getting up in the morning sucks and it's so cold. Like I went about a third of the workout like with my hoodie still on because I was freezing. I hate being cold. It's the worst. But winter gonna winter. You guys who think 50 million is not a lot of money, it's like you're blowing my mind right now. I have to get on your level. 50 million over 4. What's up, Ruben? 50 million over 4 years, and the 12.5 yearly would be used by Crowder for staff and using those funds for all his staff and his expenses. These are important things to consider. Yeah, I guess he's got a lot of expenses. Penalizing him for each social media demobilization and strike, reducing his contract 15 to 20% per offense. God, that seems like a lot. Capitulating to big tech censorship was the offer. That's just, yeah, it doesn't make me happy to see that written out. How much money you make is directly related to how not problematic you are. Ugh. People who are saying that 50 million is not a lot probably don't even make 40K. Right? I think it's a lot. I think 1 million is a lot. I think 1,000. I quit when Gavin was fired by CRTV and then joined for Mug Club. Now I'm waiting to see what Crowder does. Crowder is edgy. Being censored would ruin that. Remember, his Bob Ross skits were Bob Ross is Muhammad. True. Tim Pool did an informative and fair chat about this last night. Do you guys feel like you would follow him wherever he goes? 50 million is not a lot when you're making more than how? I don't understand. It's crazy. It's just like, it's so much fucking money. Maybe this is poor people, like a poor person thought, but I see this much money, like when someone's a millionaire, I expect them to just be like wearing jewels and a crown all the time. I'm like, oh, he doesn't look like he makes that much because he's not covered in fur 24/7. That's what I expect. I have a cartoon image in my mind of what rich people look like. It's silly. Not allowed to criticize a certain group. Oh, do you mean the Jews? Brittany was talking about Candace Owen and her defense of Andrew Tate. Candace Owens she used to run a doxing website. She's had a real character arc. I don't think this is the Daily Wire's fault. Obviously, the Blaze had issues with him. It could be the fact that Crowder realized he grew too large for someone to own him. Yeah. It's called knowing your worth, girl. He's doing this all over the place. Like, why cry about it then if it's so easy to make more on your own? Kind of. Yeah, exactly. Unless he's like, okay, the principle of it, I need to point out this deal about the contracts in case this is how everybody's contract goes. Daily Wire was talking about having to pay for the structure, but they already have the infrastructure because they have their own studio with their own equipment. It was a ripoff. Right. I mean, were they gonna have to build him his own set? Wow. Knowing there is a financial penalty makes it more likely a YouTube Janny. You must be a Brittany Venti fan if you're saying Janny. That's great. A YouTube Janny would apply a strike because it hits the creator. Right. Then it kind of incentivizes his haters to strike him, right? Because they know, this is getting you right in your butt, right in your back pocket. Guys, now that you're all here, I want to tell you about some dates that I have coming up. Dates. Gonna be in Rochester, New York. That's upstate New York, boys and girls, in 2 weeks. Friday, February 3rd and Saturday, February 4th for DabbleCon. It's going to be stand-up, podcast tapings, meet and greet, hang out with everybody in the Dabbleverse. Me, Bob Levy, Anthony Cumia, Carl Hamburger, Shuli Egar, Cardiff the Potato. Everyone's going to be there. Then I'll be in Pasadena February 23rd at an Elks Lodge. Yes. Then San Diego for a weekend, the February 24th and 25th at the Mic Drop Comedy Club with Lila Hart. Lila Hart will be joining me in Pasadena as well. Whole California trip, just me and Lila, tearing around, eating tacos, getting weird. Then I'll be back in Dallas in May, the 5th and 6th at Hyenas in Dallas, one of my favorite clubs. Then Anime Matsuri in August. And then with that convention, there will be a Simpcast presence at Anime Matsuri. Plus, I'm headlining at the Secret Group in Houston, which is, I think, close to the convention. And it's Friday night. Right after the convention concludes, you can just march right over to the comedy show and keep the hang going. So very excited to do all these shows. 2023, baby. Exciting times. All right. You guys in the chat are still talking about $50 million not being that much money. Craig, put it this way. I've done construction projects for $3 million. And if I break the roof while I'm renovating a building, then I'm on the hook for that. Even if it's what? Really? Even if it's $1 million? Sounds nerve-wracking. $50 million over 4 years. He covers production costs. Okay. Gets all rights. Okay. They lowballed him because they don't have the kind of money that Crowder thinks he deserves. So maybe he should do on his own. Yeah, see how that works. Knowing the viewership helps a creator move towards what works. Yeah, it helps you to set goals. It'd be nice to know, where are the viewers coming from? Do I look Asian? No, you look Irish. Ugh, even worse. Information is power, to which if you had it, we would all know how much we're getting fucked over by YouTube. True. Compound could offer Crowder 50K. Should. I don't think they're going to afford that. I mean, it's a nice thought. I'm sure they'd like to have him, but they're just not on that level. Not on that level. It's not about money. It's about sending a message. I would just like everyone to know that I would happily accept $12 million a year. Hello, Daily Wire, if you're watching. Oh my God, I would be so screwed. Like you get you get a fee every time you get a strike or a ding. I'd be down to like $5. If Crowder brings in 200K subs, do that math besides all the other revenue brought in. No, I will not. I'm sick of doing the math. Just to run a company and that infrastructure for 1 year, especially if you're not utilizing data centers, 12.5 a year ain't shit, says Mr. Goodnight. Salawa Boga, don't do business with traveling merchants. Are you talking about carnies? Circus folk? Small hands? Smells like cabbage. That's fun. Wow. Chrissy probably can't even do metric to standard conversions. But yeah, why would you want to? The original contract was sent to him just to get a conversation going. Through normal negotiations, he took that as their only offer and got pissed. Yes, that is what sounds like what happened. Some of you think Jeremy is scummy. Okay, we're kind of like, it seems like we're split half and half here. He would use the DW studios, pay his own staff, and then Daily Wire would pay for marketing and ad draws in production for any extra stuff he does. It was better than most Hollywood contracts. Well, why don't, he could see how he does it on his own. I have an Asian phone. Oh, yeah, this. I like this because it's clear. It's like a clear case, so you can see the purpleness of the phone underneath. Ooh, look, you guys can see what I see. Whoa, it's like Inception. Okay, enough of that. All right, we will stay tuned to Crowder. $1 million a month. See, it's like, oh God, if these are good problems to have, right? Oh, I'm just turning down millions of dollars. Would be nice. Some of us are over here selling hot sauce. It's okay. It's good. I got some fun stories. My goodness. Okay, so all the world leaders are in Davos for the yearly, in Switzerland, a ski town, for the yearly World Economic Forum meeting. But wherever there are elites, there are prostitutes. So the prostitutes have also flocked to Davos, which I would if I were that's what I would be on a plane right now, or last week or whatever. Prostitutes charge Davos attendees $2,500 a night as sex work demand booms. I'm a sex worker at the World Economic Forum. You will not. No. What's their phrase? You will own nothing and be happy. You will not come and be happy. Are these TikTok? Goodness. An old-fashioned luxury hotel in Switzerland, 4 a.m. A barefoot escort girl sneaks downstairs while her customer is asleep. Oh, man. That looks like a nice carpet to walk barefoot on. Oh, it's what a beautiful hotel. Oh, my God. Annual meeting 2023. So smart. That's why we call them entrepreneurs. They're small business owners. Scores of sex workers have swarmed to the Swiss ski resort town of Davos to offer their services to the rich and powerful this week, with some said to be charging up to $2,500 a night. Every year, the World Economic Forum hosts a 5-day gathering featuring CEOs, dignitaries, captains of industry, and media figures to discuss important global issues. And guess what? Many of these people have dicks. One prostitute, who goes by the name Liana, told the German newspaper Bild that she frequently provides services to an American attendee. Ooh, an American. Who do you think it is? American attendee at Davos who pays $750 per hour or $2,500 to spend the whole night. I mean, if you're going to spend $750 an hour, you might as well go for the $2,500 for the night because, God damn it, this is the most math I've done probably on any show. If we do 2,500 divided by 750, that's 3.3 hours. Okay, if you want a quickie, if you just like, you're like, all right, one and done, then you go for the hourly. But if you're like, oh, let's hang out, I like you, just go for the whole night. Wow. She added that she dresses in business attire, smart, clever girl, fitting in order to blend in with the crowd at the World Economic Forum. Wouldn't it be so funny if these prostitutes were going to like the meetings and stuff and they're like, yes, what does Barbie think of the proposed plan? And she's like, please don't call on me. Fuck. I'm just here to suck dick. I'll be in the back. A woman who manages an escort service based in the Swiss town of Aargau, which is located some 100 miles from Davos, told 20 Minuten. Oh, is this like German 60 minutes? 20 Minuten? That she received 11 bookings and 25 inquiries, and that was just the beginning. Some also book escorts for themselves and their employees to party in the hotel suite. Wow. Has your boss ever hired a prostitute for your office party? If not, you better show them this article and be like, hey, you could be stepping it up. You could be doing better. Hire Barbie for your next office Christmas party. The escort service manager said, oh, I guess this is one of them. She appears to be staying in some kind of basement with lotion and champagne. Oh, Salome Balthus. Her name literally sounds like bath salts. Is a sex worker who services clients who attend the Davos. You know, I'm looking at you, Project Veritas. You need to send your whores into Davos. You want to learn secrets. You got to get some people into this convention. A German sex worker who took to Twitter to describe her experience mingling with the Davos crowd and their security detail. Her comments were reported by Daily Mail. Date in Switzerland during WWF means looking at the gun muzzles of security guards. Oh, I thought this said something else. The gun muzzles of security guards in the hotel corridor at 2 a.m. and then sharing the giveaway chocolates from the restaurant with them and gossiping about the rich. Hashtag Davos, hashtag WEF. The sex worker, Salome Balthus, wrote, ha ha ha, gossiping about the rich. They don't care. Literally, you're there to come inside. Balthus, who said she is staying at a hotel near Davos, refused to divulge the names of her clients. Yeah, because she would be replaced by another toot. Believe me, you don't want to get into litigation with them. And also they probably make these prostitutes sign some sort of NDA. Balthus tweeted that politicians are unlikely to solicit the services of a prostitute. What? Then what is this whole article about? They have neither the time nor the desire. So politicians don't, but these Davos people do. You have to choose between a drug. Oh, you have to choose between a drug, sex, or political power, Balthus continued. I mean, maybe they're just not hiring her. The latter is stronger. It doesn't leave room for other interests and eats up people completely. In 2020, a Swiss law enforcement official told the Times of London that at least 100 sex workers traveled to Davos in anticipation of the week-long event. Whose job is it to suck off Klaus Schwab? Ugh. I would rather hang myself. The prostitutes visit delegates' hotels and bars along the town's main strip, according to the Times. I would love to go to Davos and trick people into thinking I was a prostitute and then be like so offended when they assumed it, like when they propositioned me. That sounds like a fun trip. Wow. Unbelievable. So if your husband or boyfriend went to Davos this year, you better smell his dick when he comes back. Sorry, this is a lot for before noon. Totally won't end bad at all. The Chrissy Goes to Davos show. Dun-dun-dun. They'd be like, what is this old prostitute doing here? Davos, where the hookers are CIA. How fun. Yeah. Amazingly, the prostitutes all end up drowning the week after Davos. Weird coincidence. I'm starting to understand more and more why prostitution was made illegal in the past. It wasn't just because of religion. Past societies knew it was the type of people that it attracts and the society it creates. Well, yeah, it's people who generally like want to get away with shit they're not supposed to. Sneaky people. People who would lie. Matthew Human, politicians are competing against the women. Yeah. And then you got the gay politicians too that'll suck you off in the handicap stall. I'm sure there's a couple of those running around. It's hard out here. Prostitutes. I want to be a Davos prostitute. WF at Davos. Oh, I missed it. You will be whores and be happy. Yeah, I think James O'Keefe needs to send some ladies out there. Okay, breaking news. Bikini barista recalls the moment a man tried to pull her through the drive-through window. What the hell? How scary. Who's going to pick up that $3? What the fuck is happening here? Oh, more than $3. $5 right there. Okay, so she hands him the money. This is in Auburn, Washington. And then he appears to be, is he hitting her with something? What is in his right hand? Is that a string, a whip or something? A stick? A hook? Oh, God. What did he think was going to happen? Just the angle of this is not in your favor, bruh. Yeah, that was never going to happen. He was still fully in the car. You have to be basically out of the car or crazy, insane strong to pull that off. But yikes, that's scary. The barista who was nearly kidnapped, it wasn't that close. It was still scary, though. That's crazy. That's why you should always have some hot coffee. If you work at any kind of drive-through, always make sure you got hot coffee next to you to be like, gush. Nearly kidnapped through a drive-through window in Washington State. Recounted the moment the suspect yanked her arm as she tried to hand him a few bucks in change. The attempted abduction happened at a coffee shop drive-through where servers are dressed in lingerie or bikinis. Uh-oh. So we got hot drinks and bikinis together. That's a recipe for disaster. Wow. So it's a drive-through. Wouldn't it be funny if like the drive-through window like this was all clear? Or pervy. After the suspect asked for $5 in change, Business Insider reported from an interview with the victim. The barista said she tried to hand over the $5 $1 bills, and he grabbed me before she was able to break free. The scary scene, which was caught on surveillance footage, occurred at the female-owned, this is where we go wrong, female-owned, there need to be men at this place, coffee shop called Bikini Espresso. This looks like a strip. This looks, oh my, look how small this place is. This does not look like a secure establishment at all. Oh my God. This is like the ice container looks more safe. What horrible signage. Look at the horrible signage. It looks like they just threw a sign on top of the existing. Yikes. Ugh. Can we stop with the female-owned businesses, please? Enough already. The barista, who was not identified, called the ordeal a random act. Footage shows the woman reaching out her arm through the window to hand the change over before the suspect, reported as Matthew Darnell, attempts to pull her out of the business while holding zip ties. Whoa, that's scary. Holding zip ties as he sits in his pickup truck. Did you really think you were going to be able to pull her through the window, though? Like, that's... Ugh. That's very... Okay, that is scary. The $5 can be seen on the pavement as the man drives off. A tattoo that says Chevrolet can be seen on the man's forearm. Wow. What does Chevrolet have to say about this? They better disavow this dude. Darnell, 38, was arrested Tuesday and he was held on $500,000 bail by a judge Wednesday. Not a great ad for Chevrolet here. What the fuck was he thinking? Like the thing... What even is the right way to abduct somebody? You figure it's easier if the car door is shut, so that's another obstacle. There's this bar in the way here. And that's just saying she's not going to get stuck. Yeah, he should have done some drive runs. He should have practiced. The judge found probable cause for attempted kidnapping with sexual motivation and assault, police said. The incident took place early on Monday in the city of Auburn. What was this, like 6 in the morning? Yeah, it's 5 in the morning. Wow. Imagine having to slap on a bikini at like 4 or 5 in the morning for your coffee shift, only to be like almost immediately abducted. The suspect attempted to drag the victim through the window using a looped zip tie device. Oh, damn. Like loop her first and then drag? Yikes. Or was he trying to like zip tie her head or something? That's scary. The barista told Business Insider there was nothing more we should have done or could have done to prevent this. Wow. The business puts the employee safety first, she said, noting that the coffee shop, she should have mace or fucking a taser or something. She should have like a taser in one of her hands, like literally all her whole shift. The coffee shop does have mace, tasers, silent panic buttons, and metal doors in case someone were to try to kick a door in. Yeah, but he's not trying to come in through the door. He's trying to grab you through the drive-through. Damn. And if problematic customers come by, baristas don't need to serve them, she reportedly said. Our owner allows us to shut the window on any customer and handle any. So this is bullshit. But clearly you didn't think that he was the type of customer to shut the window on, and then it would have been like too late. Holy cow. A bikini as a work outfit and a 2x4 drive-through. Nothing good is going to come from that. Agreed. Decency laws need to make a comeback in America. There are convicted rapists driving around on American streets, drinking coffee. Having establishments where women in bikinis strut around filling coffee orders is basically a creep magnet. It's basically like a very cheap strip club. I've said this elsewhere, but it seems like the new trend in business is in America is to prey on human vices and weaknesses like lust, drugs, and gambling. No good can come of this. Yeah, you don't need a girl in a bikini to sell coffee. Everybody wants coffee. Coffee. They already have a McDonald's drive-thru in Fort Worth where you key in your order and you go to an automatic delivery door to pick it up. Public contact is becoming too dangerous. That's so sad. Why does this one perv have to ruin it for everybody else? Damn. Yeah, that's so scary. That's scary. Female-owned coffee shop makes its female employees work in bikinis making coffee. Isn't that exploitation? Profits over the safety of people. What about getting a clean cup? It'd be so funny if it was called like Ghislaine's coffee. Oh, well, I know a guy who attempted the same thing, used his car to bump a car a young woman was driving, tried to abduct her when she got out to look at the damage. Damn. Fortunately, she was able to escape. The police asked him what his intentions were, and he said probably to kill her. Why would you admit that? He was sentenced to 15 years, paroled at 11, threatened to kill his mom, and sent right back. Damn. Wow. Wow. What is this world coming to, guys? Why can't we just enjoy bikinis in peace? You'd think like the morning would be like the morning coffee time would be the least creepiest time of day, too. You figure like people really start drinking like after lunch, nighttime gets a little more squirrely. Yes, maybe this could be Frosk's new job. Good idea. Ghislaine's perk. Oh boy. I thought Washington was constitutional carry. Right, like would she be able to what is her recourse? That's the thing. She should have a taser, like a taser in one hand and serve them the coffee in the other. That way if someone grabs you, you can be like bzz. But you probably don't want to have to carry a taser with you all day, but I think she might now. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, sorry. This is why we can't have nice things. Alec Baldwin is getting prosecuted for manslaughter. I heard that. I saw something like that. Russell Hall. You never hear about topless baristas being abducted. Why? You think that is more distracting? Maybe you think this woman that was getting abducted should have flashed the guy to thrown him off. Like, I don't know what to grab. I don't think there are topless baristas. A goth bracelet with spikes on it. Yes, I agree with this. If it's essentially like a morning strip club, there should be some kind of security guard there. And clearly, like they don't because they would have mentioned it in the video, the article. Like, oh, I yelled for Jose, and they came to the scene eventually. They need a Jose. Yes, this is the cheapest. This is the cheapest solution. Is like constantly have hot coffee ready to go. Right? Do you want to carry like a taser in one hand, or like just basically a cup of hot water? You don't even need to do the coffee. Just be like, shh. Wow. And who picked up that $5? I hope she kept that $5, by the way, that dropped on the floor. That's the least they could have done for her. Let her keep that tip. Let's see. Do you guys want to talk about Alec Baldwin? Alec Baldwin. We talked about the prostitutes in Switzerland. Okay, wow. Big news on the Alec Baldwin front. Alec Baldwin armor charged. Oh, the armor was charged with the armor? Why not Alec Baldwin? Oh, they both were. Charged with involuntary manslaughter on the fatal Rust shooting of Halyna Hutchins. Oh, is this the scene of the crime? Ugh. Crazy. Remember that? Alex shot that poor lady. Alec Baldwin has been criminally charged in connection with the Rust shooting, which left cinematographer Halyna Hutchins dead. Prosecutor said on Thursday. That's today. New Mexico prosecutors charged both Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed with 2 federal counts of involuntary manslaughter over the death of Hutchins on the Rust film set in October of 21 when a real bullet was loaded into a prop gun. After a thorough review of the evidence and the laws of the state of New Mexico, I've determined that there is sufficient evidence to file criminal charges against Alec Baldwin and other members of the Rust film crew, District Attorney Mary Carmack Altwise said. On my watch, no one is above the law. Not even you, Alec Baldwin, you idiot. Assistant Director David Halls, who handed Baldwin the loaded gun, accepted a misdemeanor charge in a plea deal. The the guy that handed him the loaded gun got a lesser charge than the female. This is the first problem. Is the armorer is a lady. No more lady armorers, okay? This woman just set back the women's movement. The long-awaited decision to charge the 30 Rock star and the 3 others came after a meticulous investigation revealed they all bore partial responsibility for the shooting that killed married mom, that's sad, Halyna Hutchins, and injured Joel Souza. Why am I congested? This is annoying. If any of these 3 people, Alec Baldwin, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, or David Halls, had done their job, Halyna Hutchins would be alive today. It's that simple. Special Prosecutor Andrea Reeb said. Reeb. Each defendant will get a preliminary court hearing within 60 days to determine if there is probable cause to go to trial, prosecutors said. While Carmack Altwise previously acknowledged Baldwin was responsible for firing the fatal round, she said many individuals on set had handled the gun prior to the tragedy and could be criminally liable. So there were good people on both sides. During the initial investigation, detectives from the Santa Fe Sheriff's Office said they found a mixture of dummy and live rounds scattered throughout the set. Why? Why have live rounds at all? Probably because they were having fun and shooting things, I think, in between takes, which is a violation of industry safety standards. At the time, Carmack Altwise said determining how the live rounds got to the set will be one of the most important factors going into a charging decision. Who brought the real bullets to the set? I hope it was Alec. Roast, piggy, roast. Wee, wee. I don't know why I did that. The crew member in charge of the ammo and weapons on set, armorer, see, the female armorer. Maybe she couldn't tell between real and fakes. Hannah has repeatedly denied responsibility for the shooting. In January, she filed suit against the props company that supplied the rounds, alleging they sold blanks and lives mixed together. Oh, damn. If that's the case, that fucking sucks. At the time of the shooting, Baldwin was right. And is there any way to test the bullets before firing them? Like, can you tell by looking at them? I don't know. At the time of I think every bullet should be inspected that even gets to set, right? At the time of the shooting, Baldwin was sitting on a pew in a mock church at the Bonanza Creek Ranch, rehearsing a cross draw as Hutchins and Souza stood behind the camera. You murderer! Murderer! You killed her! I'm sure he'll pay his way out of it. Is this the female armorer? No, this is the attorney, district attorney. She looks like a tough bitch. Frosk could go work for her. They look the same. As he rehearsed, he pulled out the gun, pointed it directly at the camera, and fired a single bullet that struck both Hutchins and Souza. How is that even possible? Did it go through her? The Emmy winner has repeatedly denied pulling the trigger. Yeah, okay. Saying that the gun just went off accidentally. But an FBI forensic report released in August concluded the firearm couldn't have gone off unless someone pulled the trigger. Yeah, idiot. Why would you even say that? It's a dumb thing to say, Alec Baldwin. Souza told the police he recalled hearing the phrase cold gun while preparing for the scene, indicating the firearm wasn't loaded and was safe for use. But he couldn't remember if the gun had been checked before it was handed to Baldwin. Wow. Assistant Director David Halls was the one who handed the gun to Baldwin and admitted to the police that he should have checked all the rounds inside the barrel after Gutierrez Reed passed it over to him. They got sloppy. David advised, but also fucking Alec Baldwin should have checked it. Am I stupid for thinking that? Like, I know he's just a dumb actor, and it's like not his job to check the gun. But if I'm an actor and I'm working on a film and someone hands me a gun, like, I'm going to check the gun. Because probably Baldwin is like a dumb liberal who's never, recreationally fired a gun and is not gun savvy. David advised when Hannah showed him the firearm before continuing rehearsal, he could only remember seeing 3 rounds. He advised he should have checked all of them, but didn't and couldn't recall if he spun the drum. Detectives wrote in a search warrant affidavit filed last fall. When asked about the safety protocols on set in regards to firearms, Hall told the police the armorer typically spins the drum and checks to ensure there are no live rounds before handing it off. I checked the barrel for obstructions. Most of the time, there's no live fire. Hannah opens the hatch and spins the drum, and I say cold gun on set, Hall told authorities. So someone said there was a cold gun without actually checking it. Again, female armorer did not spin the drum. During Gutierrez Reed's interview with the cops, she told investigators she checked the dummies and ensured they were not hot rounds. I guess they were. Hannah advised she handed the gun to Alec Baldwin a couple of times and also handed it to David Halls when a detective asked about live ammo on set. Hannah responded, "No live ammo is ever kept on set." Until now. After the round struck the 2 crew members, Halls picked up the gun from the pew where Baldwin was sitting and handed it to Gutierrez Reed. The rookie armorer was told to open. So this is a rookie armorer working on this fucking film. Was told to open the gun so Halls could see what was inside and recalled seeing at least 4 dummy casings with the hole on the side and 1 without the hole. So there was still another live round in the gun. He advised this round did not have the cap on it and was just a casing. David advised the incident was not a deliberate act. According to the search warrant, when the crew broke for lunch the day of the shooting, the firearms were secured in the prop truck. But during lunch, Gutierrez told police the ammo was left on the cart on the seat, not secured. Yeah, I guess they probably figured, all right, it's loose ammo. Looks like a nice, scene, though. In February, Hutchins' family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Baldwin, alleging the actor was responsible for the filmmaker's death because he was the person holding the weapon. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's clear what's happened. Yeah, when you go to a restaurant, actually, this is a good metaphor. You go to a restaurant, you order a hamburger, you get served hamburger. Do you check the hamburger to make sure there's nothing crazy in it or just start eating it? Most people just start eating it, but then again, a hamburger can't kill you if eaten wrongly. I think it's clear what happened. Hutchins' family lawyer Brian Panish said at the press conference in Los Angeles after the suit was filed, he had the gun. He says he pulled the hammer back. It fired and she was killed. The experts will look at it and make any determinations, but we don't think this was caused by any defect in the weapon. No. The lawsuit was settled for an undisclosed amount. Oh boy, somebody got paid. Somebody got millions of dollars. As part of the settlement, Hutchins' widow, Matthew, was also named as an executive producer on the what? Wow. The widow was named as an executive producer on the film. Why is that something to add to the settlement? That seems like a strange thing to get out of your wife dying. Huh. Okay. Rainey McGinn, a lawyer from Albuquerque who is representing the Hutchins family, said she is confident that a New Mexico jury will be able to understand the complexities of the case. We're used to people coming in from out of town to play cowboy who don't know how to use guns, McGinn said. She's literally out of town to play a cowboy. The jury in Santa Fe is used to that and understands that even on a dude ranch, you don't hand somebody a gun until you've given them safety training. No one should ever die with a real gun on a make-believe set. Yeah, I think this is ultimately Alec Baldwin's fault. Also the other people's fault, but he fired the gun, and he should have as much training as the armorer, as the female armorer, right? Is that so crazy? Huh? I stand behind Alec Baldwin, much safer than being in front of him. It should be neglect homicide, and they better not get off with a slap on the wrist. No, but this is exactly what will happen. Alec Baldwin is one of the most insufferable narcissists on the planet. Wow. But they can't all be guilty. Only the person whose job it was to check that each round in the gun blank was guilty. Why not charge everyone on the set? It makes no sense. It's no. I mean, yes, there are people who were supposed to check the gun, but only one person shot and killed someone. It's no different if a stunt involving explosive hurt somebody because too much explosive were used. Are you going to charge the director? No. All three. Wow. The unanswered question is, this is the best comment. Will Hilaria have difficulty pronouncing the word jail? Yale. Fun. Oh, best of luck to Alec Baldwin. He'll probably get off with like barely anything. Coffee is for closers. Yep. On set, there are 4 people responsible for checking the gun: the armorer, the director, the producer, and the actor. It doesn't sound like... Right, if you're a director of a movie or a producer of a movie involving guns, should you be as trained in them as the armorer? Couldn't hurt, right? I mean, how much more is there to learn? I want to be like, let's all know how to work a gun. Wouldn't that be ideal? She's a product of nepotism and inexperience. She let the crew use the guns for target shooting. So that's how real bullets ended up in her checked fanny pack. Check out her interrogation interview. Whoa. So the female armorer is a product of nepotism and inexperience. See? Wowie. She knew somebody. That's how she got in. Oh, wow. They should have had completely separate guns with separate bullets to do target shooting. But they probably wanted to use the cool old guns. But that's the thing. They just have double guns on you and like mark them with a sticker or something and have those guns and bullets completely stricken from the set. Striked? Yeah, sounds sloppy. Wow. Crazy. I know, this is why I like the New York Post, is because they have the comment section enabled. The female armor. It's fun. It's fun to say. Wow. Do you know what I'm not going to be when I grow up? A female armorer. Do you know if I ever have a daughter, do you know what I'm never going to encourage her to be when she grows up? A female armorer. I'd rather have a trans armorer than a female armorer. There. You heard it here first. Okay. Carole Baskin is back in the news. Oh my goodness. My girl, Carole. What is going on with her? Did you know that her ex, Don Lewis, is alive? Carole Baskin's claim that ex Don Lewis is alive, shot down by the sheriff. What in the world? What in the world's going on?
Do you believe that? Do you believe that, Carole? Do you think that he's still alive?
I didn't think that he was capable of supporting himself. He took about
That's a sick dig. But you can't live alone.
$1 million down into Costa Rica, and I had agreed to let him do that so
he left you with money.
He could prove to himself that he couldn't make a living. And when we recovered what we could out of that years later, it was only about $80,000 because the investments he had made were so bad.
I feel like Carole is so good at emasculating dudes. Carole Baskin's startling claim that her long assumed dead husband, she's like, he's dead to me. Don Lewis was actually found alive and is news to the Florida Sheriff's Office, and they're still actively looking for him. The Tiger King star claimed that a now viral UK TV interview that her ex is still alive and well in Costa Rica. However, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, which is in charge of the hunt, still has an open missing person case for Lewis, even though he was eaten by the tigers. No, even though he was declared legally dead in 2002. Whoa. Jack Don Lewis is still listed as missing endangered adult, who on August 18th, 1997, left his family's residence and has not been seen or heard from since. The sheriff's office confirmed to TMZ that it had not heard any news of his apparent materializing, stressing that his case remained a priority. He just wanted to get the fuck away from her. Can you blame him? It's also said that it had not heard anything to the contrary from the Department of Homeland Security, despite Baskin's explosive TV claim that the department had been in touch with her ex and shared the news with Hillsborough County officers. The department was unable to immediately confirm to the Post early Thursday. The Post has also reached out to the sheriff's office. In a statement to the Post on Wednesday about the resurfaced clip, Baskin admitted she was unaware of the alleged reevaluation until the sequel series was broadcast in November of 21. At the time, the lead detective on the Lewis case, Corporal, what is CPL? I think it's Corporal Moises Garcia, told the Tampa Bay Times that the case was still open despite the apparent letter produced by the DHS. We continue to push hard on this case. We still have some avenues. Not a week goes by that we don't have our hand on this case. It's probably just like, yep, we really have our hand on it. Okay, what's for lunch? The investigator told the outlet that the DHS had recently assisted the sheriff's office by running down leads in Costa Rica. That sounds like just a fun trip, but he did not confirm any reports that Lewis was found alive and well. He's like, I ate him. Carole Baskin might be the only woman to have more tiger print and leopard print in her closet than I do. Meanwhile, an attorney for Joe Exotic, Baskin's nemesis, who's rotting in jail, who has long accused her of feeding her ex to the tigers at the Big Cat Rescue, also trashed the claim that Lewis was alive and well. He is not alive, John Phillips stated on Facebook while sharing the Post story of Baskin's claims. The 2021 report by Carole Baskin was further unsupported allegation. It's being republished as if it had veracity. It doesn't, said the lawyer for Exotic, who is serving a 21-year sentence for hiring a hitman to take it. I mean, come on. Can you blame him? Can we lessen that sentence a little? I think he learned his lesson to take out his rival. The story of the Tiger King is filled with lies and set up in misdirection, he wrote of the imprisoned viral star. Real name, Joseph Maldonado Passage. Poor Joe. The lawyer claimed Baskin's 2021 claim, which she also shared on her website, was false and designed to bring more attention to Carole Baskin. Exotic also shared the statement on his Facebook page, as well as a rap song accusing Baskin of feeding her husband to the tigers. Okay, do I want to hear this song? That's great. It sounds like a good song. Exotic also shared the statement of his Facebook page as well as a rap song. Oh, okay. Wow, he just wanted to get away from you, Carole. How hard is that to see? Lewis was 59 when he went missing, and he would now be 84. He is listed in his missing person file as being 5'10", 170 pounds, and he went missing from his Tampa home. His ex has since remarried, having with Howard Baskin, ultimate simp cuck, in 2004. Wow, the mystery still continues. I always thought she fed him to the cats instead of misdirection in this end. might be the impetus for closer investigation and ultimately her arrest. If this turns out to be the case, it would be irony at its finest. I think she did it. It's why she says he is alive. Ooh. She definitely did it or knows who did. No one cares. Mixed reactions from the New York Post. Dun, dun, dun. This is a good show? Oh, wow. Thanks. I was like, is this meant for here? Did she meant to send this to another show? Thank you, Chooch. Chooch Magooch. Okay. I want to share this other clip. Okay. This is from Myth-Informed Mike.
I mean,
What's the one that came before this? Remember when Howard Stern put his co-host son through a COVID struggle session after hugging his dad? Really?
Hey, what's up?
I'm on air. I'm on air.
Sorry. Okay.
Lucas, I love your father. You're a great kid. Why would you come in from the outside after you've been with your college situation? I don't understand what you just.
Oh, what a fucking asshole. Yuck. Ugh. Oh my God. If I worked for Howard Stern, I'd be fired immediately during the pandemic. Immediately. I'd be like, you're fucking such a brainwashed twat. Okay, here's the Myth-Informed Mike clip of Joe Rogan sums up Howard Stern perfectly. He went woke to save his career, and then COVID broke his brain.
I mean, look, people to this day, they make fun of Howard Stern because of who he is now and the way he behaves now. That guy's the man. He was the fucking pioneer. He was the king of all media, and he was telling everybody to suck his dick, and the FCC was going after him. The government was fining him.
Yeah.
They were fining his businesses fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was out there doing wild shit on the radio.
He was putting a Klansman on with fucking Young Thug or
and
not
now,
Young Thug.
and now he's woke.
Miami.
It's crazy.
Trick Daddy?
Trick Daddy.
Yeah, he has to be, though, because dude, the skeletons, that guy.
I mean, look, people to this.
It almost seems like, the more skeletons and shit you have in your closet, the quicker you go woke, the quicker you straighten up. Yes, what a shame that Howard eventually evolved past putting Klansmen on the air. That's what we need. More We do need more Klansmen on the. Why not? We never see that. Wouldn't it be funny? Wowie. Tons of people still love Howard. Where? I've yet to see these tons of people who still love Howard. Joe has no reason to be jealous of Howard Stern. Howard Stern has no penis. Oh. I didn't play it full screen? What in the what?
Make fun of Howard Stern because of who he is now. I mean,
I thought I was. All right, I'm going to play it again in case you guys didn't see it.
I mean, look, people to this day, they make fun of Howard Stern because of who he is now and the way he behaves now. That guy's the man. He was the fucking pioneer. When he was the king of all media, and he was telling everybody to suck his dick, and the FCC was going after him. The government was fining him.
Yeah.
They were fining his businesses fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And he was out there doing wild shit on the radio.
He was putting a Klansman on with fucking Young Thug or
and
not
now,
Young Thug.
And now he's woke. It's
Miami.
crazy.
Trick Daddy?
Trick Daddy.
Yeah, he has to be, though, because dude, the skeletons, that guy.
I mean, look, people to this day, they make fun of Howard Stern because.
Yep. Maybe I'll be the person to put Klansman back on the air. What? I've been listening to Howard Stern for 25 years and he's just as entertaining now as when I start. What? I like how he has evolved and the therapy seems to be working. I feel sorry for Joe since apparently he will never evolve with the changing world. Ugh. If that's what evolution is, then evolution can suck my dick because that is not fun or funny or entertaining. Was a longtime Stern listener since the 90s. I tried to hang in there because I love the show, but I couldn't take it anymore, and I canceled my Sirius. Stern's definitely gone from where he used to be. Oh, okay. This clip I should play the full one of so you guys can see Howard shaming Gary. Okay, so this was, remember when Howard Stern put his co-host son through the COVID struggle session after hugging his dad? Let's listen to this whole thing.
Hey, what's up? I'm on air.
2020.
Lucas, I love your father. You're a great kid. Why would you come in from the
He starts with "I love your father" because he's probably gonna be like, you could kill him
outside after you've been with your college situation? I don't understand what you just did.
It was honestly just impulse.
He's wearing a mask.
Hello.
Yeah, but you know better. I mean, you're a bright guy.
Howard, it's like you're admitting that masks don't work.
Hey, you know
We
better
talked
than
to you last week, and you said I know how to be careful.
Yeah, honestly, that just kind of wasn't smart. I kind of wasn't thinking.
You're a young guy. You might have COVID right now and be asymptomatic.
So all these dumb talking points. He's just like bleh, throwing up all the CDC points.
Really could have just given your father COVID, and he's no spring chicken. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I wasn't really thinking, honestly.
Coming soon, Gary's obituary.
Oh,
And Lucas,
on.
Gary's already coughing. Did you just see that? I'm being serious.
Coughing.
He just coughed.
No, fucking asshole.
What was that? Clearing of the throat?
He's wearing a fucking mask.
No.
There's nothing going on.
You know what Gary's downfall is? He's a great dad. Everybody wants to hug him. He's too nice.
Dad.
Yeah. But Lucas, you're a young guy. You know, you got to think about your dad's older. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I don't think he would have cared. I don't think Gary would have. He didn't seem like if he was so concerned, he would have been like, "Oh, not now." He would have pushed him off. He didn't give a fuck. What a preachy old cunt. And you're like, well, it's my boss. We have to fucking sit here and listen to you and say that you're, oh, it's my dad's boss. So I have to feel like I have to say sorry, even though I'm fucking not. Gross. Why does he have to shame that kid? Oh, because that's where he gets his power from. COVID shaming. Gross and yuck. And there's still people who are like that. There's still people driving in their cars alone with masks on. I was in New York City last night. Still so many fucking people wearing masks. It's crazy. I just want to pull them and be like, snap. He loves it. It gives him power. He's licking the authorities' butthole. Licking the butthole of the man. Let's talk about, speaking of buttholes, the many changes of Kim Kardashian, as Cardi B hints the 42-year-old reality star has had surgery after years of denials. Female reveals what the real experts think. Ooh. As you know, Kardashian became famed for her looks thanks to the success of her reality TV show. The KKW beauty founder has been a hot topic thanks to her impossibly round behind and flawless features. Former pal, what happened? Cardi B says the star provided a list of plastic surgeons when the rapper declined to get surgery. Oh, Kim provided her with a list of plastic surgeons. The mother of four has previously admitted to using Botox to maintain her looks. Oh, is that Kim? Kim has always claimed that her hourglass figure is natural. She could say, oh, it is natural. It's my own fat that I sucked out of my ass, or out of my side, out of my stomach into my ass. Like, you could say that is natural because it's your own shit. But has never denied having a fat transfer. Okay, so she's had fat transfers. The self-titled shapeshifter displayed a significantly more slimmed down figure in 2022. Oh, the dogs came in. I like calling her a shapeshifter. That's funny. She has long insisted that her shapeshifter abilities are nothing more than the result of regular sessions with a dermatologist and a little Botox, but her ever-changing appearance over the years has always been a topic of fierce debate. Despite vehemently denying for years, I just feel like she's... All right, please don't like eat shit on the floor, Muffin. Muffin! What you doing in here? Talking about Kim Kardashian. Listen up. Okay, she's denied for years that she's ever gone under the knife. Kim, now 42, has faced serious scrutiny from experts and amateurs alike over her transforming face and body, with many claiming that surgery is the only... All of them have had surgery. Are you kidding me? Muffin! Hold on. Is she looking in my bag? No, I put it out of the way. She likes to go through bags. She loves bags. She's a real lady. They've definitely had surgery. Are you kidding me? Now the reality superstar's looks have once again become the subject of much debate after her former friend Cardi B credited Kim with providing her a list of plastic surgeon recommendations. Of course she got work done. They all have. And they all use the same people, which is why they all look alike. Speaking on the Jason Lee podcast, the hitmaker revealed that Keeping Up with the Kardashian star had suggested surgeons who could help when Cardi chose to get corrective surgery on her nose in 2020. Like, she has a list of recommendations, but no, she's never had anything done. Sure. From undergoing laser treatments to eliminating carbs and sugars from her diet, Kim is known to take drastic measures to maintain her dramatically slimmed down frame and flawlessly sculpted features. Okay, yes, for sure. For sure, a nose job, like very subtle. And she's had, like, this is lifted up either through Botox or something else. And probably some, like, under eye fillers. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of butt. Okay, 2006, 2017. Oh my God. So she had a regular ass in 2006, a gigantic ass in 2017 and 22. It's chilled out a little bit. I have heard that the trend of the gigantic asses is fading, though. Thank God. However, the Skims mogul has been unable to shake claims that she may have had a little extra help over the years to achieve her famous look. Indeed, July 2022 saw Kim claim that she's never had fillers and has only gotten a little bit of Botox over the years. But she was immediately accused of gaslighting fans as the world continues to weigh in on the star's distinctive looks. Meanwhile, the star's figure has also been a subject of debate after her family's famous curves were credited with the rise of popularity for BBLs, Brazilian butt lift procedures. Now, her shrinking frame over the past year has led to a new weight loss trend after rumors the star used a pioneering obesity drug to shift the pounds. Obesity drug. I bet she's in on it. They're going to start pushing it. Like, she would gain weight just to lose it, just so she could sell a weight loss pill. Yes, for sure, a nose job. At least. And her chin looks less pointy. She denied having rhinoplasty during a conversation with her makeup artist in 2019. Okay, you can deny all you want, but it looks like you had one. Hello, Waffles. Waffles, come here. Come here. No, she won't. She won't come here. Okay. It's been rumored to be a result of obesity medication semaglutide, known by brands Ozempic and Wegovy, which aid weight loss. Okay. The drug works by suppressing the appetite, with users saying they crave less and sometimes forget to eat. Yeah, it's also called Adderall. Many are convinced it is the way Kim managed to drop the last 16 pounds in the 3 weeks so that she could be thin enough to fit into the Marilyn Monroe dress for the 2022 gala. Remember that? She like low-key ruined it. She kind of like busted it and snapped off a lot of the beads. Wow. I think she's had. And why does she have to deny that she's had work done? Here's why she's had to deny that she's had work done, because she sells cosmetics. She has a beauty line, and it's going to hurt her customer base somewhat if she goes, yeah, I'm hot and I look like this because of surgeries. People are going to go, oh, fuck, well, then I don't need to buy your cosmetics. I could buy whatever cosmetics. Maybe I'll just save up to get work done. She has absolutely had a nose job. Let's see. She admitted to lasering the baby hairs off her forehead to resculpt her hairline. Oh, okay. So this she had removed. Okay, yeah, that looks very, very. Yeah, it looks like she had a lot lasered off. Look how much more forehead she's got now. I guess that looks better. In 2023, she openly experimented with having stretch marks zapped off her cleavage. Okay, that's fun. While Kim is constantly denying plastic surgery accusations, the mother of four has been open about some of the procedures she's had. Okay, Botox, the lasering of the hairs, having stretch marks. This is like nothing. In December of 2022, she told Gwyneth Paltrow that she tried multiple non-invasive procedures while on the hunt for perfect skin. Oh, like the facials and stuff. I thought that I had learned so much in my journey, that I had the best facialists, the best esthetician, tried every laser. I tried everything, and I wanted to bottle that up and take everything I've learned and work on with my favorite esthetician and develop products. Wow, her hairline looks so much higher here. Interesting. Oh my God, she's for sure. Especially here, she's starting to look like Madonna a little bit. Kim told fans that her new favorite beauty secret is getting a $1,400 laser and light facial combination. Dang. I mean, she looks good, I guess. Elsewhere, Kim often visits the office of California-based cosmetic dermatologist Simone Orion. A former sculptor, Dr. Orion has the creative tools and vision to create walking works of art. From performing a non-surgical nose job, I wonder if she's had like non-surgical shit done to her. From performing a non-surgical nose job to contouring the jawline and cheeks, Dr. Orion, whose clientele include the Kardashian Jenner family, so they're all having shit done. While models, actors, musicians, many of the world's royalty can do just about any beautifying procedure without a scalpel. But she doesn't say, oh, I haven't had work done, because people think of work as surgery. I haven't gone under the knife. Meanwhile, she's had that ton of shit done. According to Orion, non-surgical procedures are becoming a lot more advantageous because they offer similar results with a safer outcome. A few of the most requested procedures at his Beverly Hills practice, located on 444 North Camden Drive, are cheekbone filler and lip augmentation, as well as facial and body contouring. Dr. Orion explains that there are 3 facial features that seem to be universally considered beautiful: symmetry, proportion, and healthy skin. According to the dermatologist, Kim's face is very symmetrical, with the left and right sides looking almost identical. Yeah, that's what symmetrical means. Her face is also very proportional. All of her individual facial features are proportional to each other. There's nothing that you can look at and think it's too big or small. And she has learned how to maintain and take care of it better than anyone else. She has a very clear vision of how a person should look. She takes care of her face. What a nice compliment. Oh, what are we looking at? Oh, interesting. Before, after. Oh, in 2006, she had a bump on her nose, and then it's gone in 2012. Oh. It's hard to tell. Okay. Naked contouring. Denied the rumors of the nose job. She gets her makeup done by Mario Didivonik at a master class. I never had my nose done. Everyone thought I did. And I said, wait until I have kids because your real features come out. What? She later attempted to clarify her rather perplexing explanation by tweeting, I said, you will see when I have kids, they will have the same nose as me. Mario explained that Kim had a small bump on her nose, but he uses a contouring technique to hide it. While she strongly denies ever having a nose job, she agrees with her fans that her face does look different. Pictures, I swear, I look at them and I'd be like, wow, the bump looks much bigger in some than others. Denied having a nose job. It's my biggest insecurity. Okay. So there's been finagling. It does look smaller. Maybe it's the contour I use. Maybe she makes it darker on the inside here. It'd be funny if Madonna was just like, oh, it's just contouring. Meanwhile, she looks like a fucking bloated alien. The star, whose father is Armenian, added, I used to hate the bump on my nose. Hated it. Now I love that it makes me more ethnic. Does she look ethnic? In an interview with Allure in July 22, Kim once again claimed, never had fillers, only gotten Botox. Aren't they kind of the same thing? Fillers, I think, don't break down as much as Botox does. No filler. Never filled either one, ever. They're accusing her of gaslighting. She's also like heavily airbrushed. Yeah, her nose does look pretty good. She seems to know a lot of plastic surgeons. Okay. A nose job could be responsible for her more refined look. They're not dramatic. Yeah, they're really subtle. These changes can be achieved with makeup, lighting, or even liquid rhinoplasty, which involves using fillers to change the shape of the nose. Yeah, because she could get some shit done and be like, oh, it's just the makeup. Nobody would know. Who can tell? This other guy thinks it's contouring. Okay. I'm starting to get bored of this article. This other person thinks she's doing more than she's saying. Okay. Wow. I'm actually kind of getting... What's the difference? I don't know. In 2016, Instagram artist Saint Hoax went viral with a series of expertly edited images which showed stars including Kim posing alongside their younger selves. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. So different. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my God. You know who the most worked on is fucking Chloe. Even more. Wow. She had so much, but she needed it. Yeah, this is how she looked when she was on the scene. She looked kind of average, nice average. How does Kim get her figure? Sauna twice a day, sauna suit twice a day, ran on the treadmill, all sugar and carbs gone. All right, that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do for my wedding. I'll do the Kim K diet. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow, this is a much longer article than I expected. Looks like she got her boobs did. Yeah, she's done. She's been doing things. Okay. Oh, this is the dress she kind of ruined. This was Marilyn Monroe's dress from the Met Gala. Interesting. Is this interesting? Maybe not. Yeah. The Daily Mail is notorious for what? Isn't Kim's diet getting railed by black guys? Huh. Yeah. God. I'm like, that reminds me. I'm like, I did go to the gym this morning, but after reading that article, I'm like, I have to go back. I have to just live there. The lengthy article, very lengthy. I wasn't prepared for the length. Okay, guys. Got two what do you call them? Interviews tonight. One is with Miriam Hanane at 2:00, and the other one, hold the phone. Who is it with? Who is it with? Okay. I'm gonna have Miriam Hanane on at 2:00, and then at 5:00, I'm going on Rogue Attractions channel. He's the guy that hangs out at the parks a lot with Drunk 3PO. So check that out. If you have questions for Miriam Hanane, put them in the chat or put them in the chat when we are live again. And yeah, hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday, so we're almost there. Okay, love you.